gotta get loud, boys. We're gonna turn up the heat, turn up the volume. Actually, we are turning up the heat. It would get a little bit hotter because we're gonna have to run the exhaust now. But we spent 7 hours yesterday taking out the stock exhaust system, and we think it will go much, much quicker now putting the Armitrix exhaust in. Now this Armitrix, I think, will give us a lot more volume, and beyond installing just the exhaust system itself, we're gonna be doing just a little bit of wiring today with some vacuum lines today for the solenoids and all that type of stuff to open up valves and make it louder. So I'm really excited about that, and we get to play around with it. But first things first, we're just gonna jump right into this and start trying to put in what we think are the mid pipes and work our way back. I'm interrupting today's video to say thank you to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a free mobile game with a 6 storyline, hundreds of amazing graphics, and hundreds of champions to collect with customizable features, all to win battles. Out of all the mobile games I've seen, this one has definitely been my favorite, and the performance on this is 10 out of 10. This game is getting big fast, so get in early to get a head start to participate in a special launch tournament with insane prizes. I never expected so much detail out of a mobile game. Even the detail on these champions is exceptional. With all that being said, be sure to click the link down below and download Raid and instantly receive 50,000 silver and an epic champion as part of the new player program. Thank you so much for Raid for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to the normal programming.
Get in there, Teach. Get down there.
Take it, you gotta explain. 3, 2, 1, explain.
Thermal coated, beautiful. I believe this is a stainless steel pipe. Stock catted pipe was humongous. This one will be significantly easier to put in. You saw TJ and I struggle to get that cat out, but now this is much skinnier, and this will be super easy with those reservoirs and with those sensors in the way. Kevin is a genius. He pulled it out.
She's in there.
She's in there good. Now we just put all the shit that we took out back. It's not even a problem for Jumba.
Yeah.
Hashtag exclamation point shout out from my Twitch stream. Jumba for Prez.
No.
Jumba for Prez.
I ain't no president.
Jumba for Prez.
You know, if something doesn't fit one way, you try another way. I learned this when I was 3, you know, when you have the squares and the triangles.
You patronizing me? You patronizing me?
I'm not. Look how easy that is.
Wow, insert me, Kev. Get in there.
Oh, she's
Kev.
done.
Oh, hell yeah, Kev.
Oh, look at that.
I go to the bathroom for 5 minutes. And
No, don't listen to his ass. He didn't go to the bathroom. He went to go touch Sabrina.
I went to the bathroom.
Okay, so basically, we filmed it, okay?
You didn't.
You look like a chotch right now because we filmed it.
You guys lied. You said you didn't film it.
Yeah, we lied to you. We straight up lied to you.
You lied to me, Kevin?
I didn't film me inserting the hard one. The easy one is
I got got.
You look like an idiot.
I got. Okay, well, the pipes are in.
I graduated from Ferrari school.
I didn't graduate shit. With both of our mid pipes in the car, we're gonna go ahead and do the mufflers and our middle section. These should be pretty easy to put in because they're a lot smaller than the original cats in the car, and we don't have the mid pipes bolted down, so we have a little bit of place. We're gonna put this side in, then put our middle piece in, and then put this side in, and the exhaust, once we bolt down on the clamp, should be in. Now, something I do want to point out is that the Armitrix exhaust did come with this blue stained titanium. As much as I love this, I think I'm gonna pass on this for the 458. I don't really want the blue tips on the red. The stock exhaust comes with 3 black tips, and I really like the black tips because it kind of matches the rest of the car. And what's cool, just like with the GTR when we did that, you can reuse the stock tips if you'd like. Armitrix, if this car was white, I would have done it, but because the car is red, I don't want the blue tips on the red. It throws off the theme too much in my opinion. But if I ever do want to change it, it's super easy because it's connected to the rear bumper. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna leave the 3 tips in there and move on to the next portion of the install. Are you ready? I'm gonna take.
So you're gonna twist this from below?
Yeah, I could do it. No, if you flip it the other way, like.
Oh shit, dicks.
Right here is good for me.
Look at those welds.
That's pretty sick. Titanium memes, Kev.
Titanium.
It's gonna sound really good. I'm really excited for it. I think it's gonna be loud though. I want it to be loud, but.
It's gonna be excessively loud.
Excessively loud? Yeah, right. I guarantee you
it's gonna be excessive.
I think it's gonna be this loud. I want it to be like this loud.
I think it's gonna be
This is what
Why?
I was told. If you start the car right now, well, basically when we didn't have any of the pieces in, if you started the car right then, that's what it sounds like.
Bullshit!
That's how.
I think it's gonna be
You have
loud.
like 2 inches
I
of
hope so.
exhaust.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it's already loud when it's not.
It's not loud. Driving this car on the road, it's so underwhelmingly quiet.
Because I just learned why you don't hear it in your car.
Why?
You won't hear it in your car because 1, the Ferrari has a serious firewall, okay? 2, the resonators are not underneath you.
Makes sense.
Might need 2 hands.
Oh man, this one's like really not.
Ah, there got it. But getting that into the other side is gonna be pretty difficult. Like getting that middle piece to go in. So somehow, the exhaust for the most part is now mounted. Now we're gonna move on to doing the solenoid and the wiring and our new vacuums. That's a pretty good explanation here with pictures and whatnot. But as you can kind of see in the back, the solenoid mounts behind this e-brake system, and then we're just gonna be running in a different vacuum hose from the stock solenoids, and then we're gonna run a wire all the way through the car up into the bottom of the OBD2, and the OBD2 is what kind of speaks to everything and lets our remote open and close the valves manually.
Your goal is to find a hole in the firewall to get this in your butt. In your cabin.
Did a pretty poor job at filming the vacuum portion of it. It was pretty straightforward. It's just the simple science of using a stock vacuum onto an adapter vacuum, and then we ran the wiring all the way through, which is pretty simple. We were able to follow this like air intake all the way up. You can see the blue wire. That blue wire then impeded through the grommet hole for the trunk release, and then I simply just wire tucked that underneath. Super simple stuff all the way up to the top, and there's an ECU plug-in underneath. So that is how our wiring dials up. And now we're actually just putting everything back together. We need to put the stock air box back in and then put our air filter back in, make sure everything's tight, and we could go for our first startup. I don't even know what mode the car is in right now. We're gonna go ahead and play around with this remote. The first startup should be louder just regardless. I plugged everything in, I think. Good luck.
Sounds sick.
It's loud. Always expect a little bit of smoke coming from the exhaust and the oils on your hands.
New exhaust is stinky, but it sounds good.
So what I like more is it actually has an app and you can actually hear it open and close. I don't know if you guys can hear that on camera, but you can hear the valves open and closing. Kev, you want to start it one more time? So valves closed, valves open. Now I'm gonna open the valves. It's pretty neat. And then auto is like it only opens at certain RPM, but just leaving it open now, you can definitely hear a larger gurgle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, that was loud.
That didn't even touch two. Ready?
Okay, all right, enough. We're gonna test this in a little bit. Cut it, cut it.
It is now the next day. I wanted to do kind of like the drive-bys and kind of really test the volume on a Saturday, which is now a Saturday. After hearing how loud it was yesterday, I knew that we were gonna piss everybody off and I didn't want to do that. So it's 8 a.m. It's as cold as it's ever gonna get where we are. I wanted to go ahead and get a cold start. Hopefully we don't just max out the mic, but I wanted to do a true cold start just to see how it sounds. So this is gonna be the first time that I'm actually hearing it at the same time as you guys. Now that the exhaust is installed, we want to go ahead and do just a couple little flybys. I have the valves open right now, so this is what our full noise volume will be like with the windows down. See, Ferrari does a really good job at, they do a really good job at sound deadening, so I don't think it'll be too loud inside. But right off the bat,
Not too bad.
not too bad. Get a little bit of like gurgles and stuff on like D cells. So this is what I wanted. When you downshift now, and we literally just started driving, when you downshift, it's a lot more crisp.
Wow.
Oh, dude, that high
that's-
RPM downshift
that's
is
a nice
nasty.
note.
Yeah, that's really good. Let's get at this street has construction on it. We'll go to a different street here. Finally kind of like hear the vocals a little bit. And inside, really not that loud. I mean, like, you hear the tone a lot more, but like, watch, we'll roll some windows up. Let's see how it sounds when you kind of have windows. Dude,
What's this like?
it's really not that loud. Like, on the inside, okay, like on the outside, really loud. On the inside, not that loud.
No, not at all. You can still have a conversation at full freaking throttle.
100%. That's with the valves open. I don't even want to hear it with the valves closed, but let's turn around here.
Fuck, that is loud outside. Holy shit. It sounds so good though. Oh my god. Okay, when you're coming at me, you can hear it screaming from the front, and then when you pass, it's like a shockwave.
So it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty loud, especially when you're going away and a takeoff. It's pretty fucking loud.
It's loud, but on the inside, like, it doesn't, I don't know, it's weird. It does a really good job at not blowing your ears out on the inside. I know that it's loud. It doesn't feel as loud. I don't know how to explain it, but it just does, like, there's no drone really. We're not on the freeway or anything, but it's pretty impressive on how loud of an exhaust you can have and how it feels normal for us in here. Now we'll go ahead and close the valves really quick. So, okay, now they're closed. So we'll do the same thing. I'll drop the windows and we'll see if it really makes a difference at all.
It's only like a notch or two quieter.
I don't know if I'd say it's really quieter, but the tone is different. I feel like the tone is a little, just a little toned down, if that makes sense.
A little deeper.
It's still loud. You know, like, we deleted way too much stuff for it not to be loud. If you're trying to be a little bit quieter, it will do that. She's still loud.
I think it's definitely more for casual driving. Like, there's no point in being in comfort mode and smacking the throttle down, you know?
Yeah, 100%. One thing I did want to note is that with deleting the cats and the resonators, the car has thrown no codes. Maybe that's because of the OBD2 port that we plugged in there from the Army Tricks exhaust, or maybe it just doesn't throw codes in general. I am pretty stoked about that. I was expecting to see some sort of like engine warning or saying that there's like, that the air ratios are incorrect, but everything is good. And now with the cats deleted, I will be looking into getting the car tuned just to compensate because we have a little more airflow. Might be able to squeeze us a little bit more power out of it. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below what we should do next with the 458. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Check out this premium condensation. As much as this is a good thing, we're gonna change it out. Here we have the new Tom's taillight. This is essentially Miley's new booty cheek. Let's go install it.